What's going on, guys? It's Tony, Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream as always. Haven't said it that way in a while. And we're just making a quick video today to talk about the NBA free agency. We're just 24 hours into it. We've already had some big signings. I'm not going to go into everything because it's just too much. I wanted to talk about some of the big winners and some of the big moments of the day from yesterday. So first off, Brooklyn Nets, congratulations. You got Durant, you got Irving. A little confused by the DeAndre Jordan. I didn't think that he was a big three type of player, but you know, it is what it is. Congratulations to the Nets, because next year you will be a first round, maybe second round team at best. And then congratulations to the Nets, because you have signed, while you have a very deep roster, you're going to be bringing Kevin Durant back at about the age of 32. And the probability of him coming back after that kind of injury history is not on his side. So, to the Nets, they won the day, but don't confuse winning the day with winning the season or winning the championship. They still have a long way to go. So, we'll see what happens there. The other kind of weird one that stuck out to me was Al Horford to the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't see that as a really good fit. I mean, whatever team he goes to, he's going to make better. But they have a big guy. They needed shooters. They lost J.J. Redick. I know that the sign and trade, sending Jimmy Butler to Miami, brought back Josh Richardson, and he's a decent three-point shooter. But I don't know if that was the right move for them. Kemba Walker moved on to the Boston Celtics, and the Boston Celtics also lost Terry Rozier. On top of Al Horford and Kyrie Irving, they lost Terry Rozier, who went to Kemba's old team, the Hornets. And then really one of the shockers was D'Angelo Russell sign and trade from the Nets to the Warriors. You could be of the mindset that they're going to go for the old sign and trade, that they're going to, or the old, trade down the road for another asset. And I could see that happening. I don't know if that's really the way to go on this. I actually really like the idea of D'Angelo Russell, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Like, I would take that team next year. If Kawhi Leonard doesn't go to the Lakers, then the Western Conference is really, like, 1 through 8 is pretty close next season. So it'll be a really fun year. However, the biggest winner, the biggest thing from yesterday, the biggest winner that we all have to pay attention to is the New York Knicks got nothing. I hate to rip on my boys, Bobby Portis and Taj Gibson, but that was their big signings. The New York Knicks got nothing. That is right, nothing. So I am 100% okay with that. I do not like James Dolan. I have not been a Knicks fan. The rivalry with the Bulls, just kind of, I'm not a New York sports guy, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk to my New York sports fans here for just a minute. Ready? Hi, guys. So I know in the past month you guys have had some issues. You know, you thought you were getting Zion. You figured you were going to get the #1 pick. I don't know how you became so delusional in that, but you did. And then you thought, even before the Zion issue, we're going to get KD and we're going to get Kyrie. But you didn't, did you? Here's what you need to understand, New York fans. The Knicks are not any more relevant today than they were 25 years ago. The Knicks are no better today than they were 25 years ago. The New York Knicks, as a whole, since about the mid-90s, have been pretty much in disarray. New York fans believe every year that the top tier free agents are going to come. Oh, this is a year. And it never is it? And the reason is the New York fans, they're not genuine. The media is too harsh. The weather is awful in the winter. Why would you want to play in that? And I'm sorry, but the mecca of basketball, I don't know if it's there anymore. I really don't. You know, I said in one of our latest episodes of Living the Dream that I didn't think Elvis was the king. Let me go ahead and say it right now. I don't believe that New York is the mecca of basketball off the top of my head. I would say wherever LeBron James is playing is kind of the most recent mecca of basketball. But in all honesty, New York fans, you had to have seen this coming. I mean, your big signings now are Taj Gibson, Bobby Portis, Biggs, in a league that's going small. Your owner had to come out and send out a message about how you guys are still trying to build and how you guys are confident, because your owner has to feel the defeat. Free agency wasn't even open yet, and you guys have been told, sorry. New York, it is time to wake up and realize that you're not a good sports town. And I hope that you guys hear this, and I hope that you guys understand that it is nothing personal. It really isn't. But think about it. The New York Jets, the New York Mets, the Knicks, the Giants, pretty much garbage fire franchises. Now, I will give credit. The New York Yankees have a long history of winning. And really, the past few years, they've been pretty decent. But delusional New York fan, please understand that your teams, you believe that everyone wants to play in New York. The media is harsh. The weather is terrible. The owners are genuinely just not that great. It's time for you guys to wake up. And what I'll tell you is, I look at the New York Knicks situation, and it's not much different than what the Chicago Bulls are going through. We have an awful ownership group. We just have better young assets and more relevance over the past 30, 25 years. But New York fans, please just wake up and understand that free agents don't want to play for James Dolan. Free agents don't want to play in New York, where the weather is pretty terrible most of the year, where it's crowded, where people are rude. I'm sorry, New York fans, but you are not going to get the free agents. I don't want to do this over Giannis for the next 2 years. You're not going to get them. So there you go, guys. I just had to channel my inner therapist for the New York Knicks fans or even New York fans that are watching the channel. I personally find it hilarious because for months, New York fans, they traded away Kristaps Porzingis. They traded away a player. I'm not even going to get into the stats because I'm sure some people are just like, whatever, it's just Kristaps Porzingis. They traded away a player whose nickname was the Unicorn. That to me says it all. So, NBA free agency was pretty cool. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up my beloved Chicago Bulls. We signed Thaddeus Young to a 3-year deal. We're already a very crowded team when it comes to the bigs. Wendell Carter, Lowry, and now Thaddeus Young. It's going to be hard to get minutes for all those guys, but we'll see what happens. Jim Boylan's a pretty decent coach in my opinion, so we'll see how he adjusts to that. Anyways, guys, that's all I had. Just a quick NBA free agency update. Thanks for watching.